Hi, my name is Strider. I'm the Regional Director for the Guardian Angels here in Baltimore. What you just caught me doing here was putting a piece of simple blue tape across my truck window. And I did this because earlier today I got an article from a friend of mine named Terry. And in this article there was a guy named Audette from Maple Valley, Washington. And he wanted to find a way to show law enforcement that they have the support of him and the people in the community. And one of the simplest ways that he thought about was to put this strip of blue tape across his truck. When I saw that, I thought, well, you know what, this is a really, really good idea. And I'm going to tell you why. Right now, with police shootings, the controversy of the protests, and even the presidential election, it seems like right about now is where this country is more divided than ever. We're all fighting over the little things, but realistically, people are dying. We're losing people who are being shot by police officers. We're losing police officers who are being shot by people. And why do you think that is? I wish I had the answer because I could tell you and I could fix it, but I tell you one thing that I do know is that this blue line, this little piece of tape across my window is going to show whatever police officer that pulls up behind me that, you know what, I understand the problems of the world right now, and we do support you. You have our support. Earlier today, we just lost another police officer in Kansas who died today. I mean, there's no doubt that officers are being targeted, they're being killed, they're being shot, and I believe a lot of this is out of fear. You can say it's a black and white thing, you can say it's a racial issue, you can call it whatever you want. But in my opinion, I think a lot of this is due to the fact that the police officers are afraid and the people that they're stopping on these streets are afraid. So I'm not going to get into the details of what happened with these shootings. I'm not going to fight over, do Black Lives Matter more than Blue Lives Matter, or do All Lives Matter? People are dying. We don't have the time right now to sit around and go over this, but I do want one thing. We can't have a society without the police department. So, as a black man, I have been stopped in cities outside of Baltimore, all across the country. I get stopped at airports when I go through custom when I leave the country. Why? Some people might say, well, you're a black man. They want to stop you, they want to check you, they want to do whatever you got to do. Whatever the excuse, I've heard them all. I've been there, I've done that, I've seen it. I know the importance of it. I also work with the community. And inside that community, I get to hear the fears of what it is they go through, not with just police officers, but with criminals in general, with kids, with gangs, with violence. That's what we have. I have the privilege of working with police officers, and there are a lot of good ones out here. These police officers answer the call to everybody. And if you think about it, even criminals and drug dealers call police at one point for help, and they show up. What is going to happen to us if the police decide, you know what, we're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to show up. You can't say that they're not being killed. But then again, you say, oh, well, they're shooting citizens too. I get that. I understand. Andy came up with such a great idea. Because if I get stopped on my way home today, that police officer is going to see this line, and he's going to know inside this vehicle is a black man, for one, and here's also a man that, judging by that blue tape line, shows that he is supportive of law enforcement. So his level of fear and anxiety is going to drop. He's going to feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm letting this guy know, whether he pulls me over or not, we are here. We got you. The police officers look out for us each and every day. We have to look out for them. We start shooting these guys, they're going to stop showing up. They stop showing up. You think you got hell and havoc right now across this nation? Think about what you're going to do without the police. At the same time, when it comes to these, when it comes to people being shot by police, you talk about the blacks who have been shot unjustifiably so. We've got good cops, we've got bad cops. We've got good people, we've got bad people. But at the same time, we've got to find a way to communicate with our law enforcement officers. Our law enforcement officers have got to find a way to communicate with us. And we got to say, hey, okay, I don't want to be targeted because of race. I don't want to assume that you're going to shoot me. I don't want you to assume that I'm going to attack you. We got to work together. We got to build this gap. But right now police officers are being targeted across the country. This is a bad time. We got terrorists, we got the politics, we got black and white issues, we got all this hell and havoc going on nationwide. It's time to pull together. We cannot risk losing police officers. The more we shoot at them, the more afraid and the more anxiety they're going to get when they approach cars. The more they shoot us, the more anxiety we're going to get when they come to stop us or even come to help us. I had a lady say to me a couple days ago, you know, I'm afraid to call the police. What if I call them and something happens to them? You know, who do you call when you need help? Now we got people not only afraid to call police when they need help, you know, we got afraid to have them in our communities. We can't do this. Fear is contagious. Fear is contagious. It travels and it grows and it festers. We are one people, one country, one nation. We got to support each other. Me, I want the law enforcement agents to know, hey, you know what? I'm supporting you. And you can't look at me and say, well, you know, he's all about the police, he's this and that. Nope. I'm in the communities across this country every single day, just like all the other Guardian Angel volunteers. We don't see the black, we don't see the white, we don't see the blue. We see the red berets and we see people. This is what we do. I volunteered my time since I was 14 years old to help communities. Okay, we need to come together. Forget the fact about police and criminal and black and white and all this stuff. One, me, I'm supporting the police, and I will continue to support my communities. Get yourself a piece of blue tape. And Andy, I had the privilege of talking to you not too long ago on the telephone. You told me your idea. We had a great conversation. I think this was a great idea. You've got our support. So thank you for what you do. Thank you for daring to care. And for all the law enforcement officers out there, you see that blue line, just know we got your back. And if you're in the community, contact the Guardian Angels. And if anybody knows me and my team and Guardian Angels all over the world, we got your back. One world, one nation, dare to care, all of us together.